So I'll be asking the question, how should we look on the status of free speech and freedom of the press today? And I'd say there's a long-term view, which is rosy, in that we live near the historical high watermark of respect for freedom of speech and press freedom. Compared to 100 or 200 years ago, many more people have the right to criticize their governments, religions, and so on. But if you take a the short-term view, then for more than a decade, press freedom and free speech has been in decline. And what I think is particularly troubling is that democracies have started contributing to this development. So here in the US, the president is suggesting that libel laws should be changed, that broadcasting licenses should be revoked for so-called enemies of the people, being the free press, even though he's powerless to do so. But that sends a signal to non-democracies that going after the press is okay. And so last year there was a record number of journalists jailed, I believe 271, 21 of which were jailed for false information. Now, you can't blame Trump for all of those, but it certainly sends a signal. At the same time, countries like France, Germany, even the European Union are increasingly adopting laws, restrictive laws on fake news, on hate speech, on terrorism that restrict press freedom and free speech. And again, if the democracies of the world are going down that path, then we can be sure that those who are not yet democracies or who are opposed to democratic principles will be sprinting ahead in the wrong direction. So that's my concern for the current status of free speech and freedom of the press.